Hey everybody, it's so great to be a part of your life today. I hope this video finds you doing well. And we wanted to share a little bit of what's been going on. Leo actually had an experience this week that he wants to share with you that happened on a Lyft ride.
Well, first of all, let me ask you this question. How many of you remember the times that you got in trouble as a kid? I remember a lot of those times that I got in trouble as a kid. But
Yeah.
I remember the things that I've done, right? But if there's one thing that I don't remember is a conversation I had with my parents. Now, I'm not trying to call them out or anything like that, but there was a lot of yelling involved. And that's just the way sometimes we have a tendency to communicate. Now, I remember the things that I did, but I really don't necessarily remember the things that were said to me.
Right.
I remember what I did was wrong, but the lecture, maybe the over communicating, was just went over my head. I don't remember. Do you remember those times like that?
I don't know what you're talking about. And yes, I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. I'll plead the fifth as well too. But okay, so let me just give you the example. I had a Lyft ride. For you guys don't know, I do Lyft on the side in the mornings. And if you look behind me, we still have our Christmas decorations up. I just want to make sure
I
we
keep
point
it
that
up
out.
until my birthday.
Yeah, up to her birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow, so be sure to wish her happy birthday. But anyway, I do Lyft on the side, and I picked up this lady and her daughter from Walmart. And I picked her up, helped her load her groceries, and then we were going to Walmart to take her to her destination, to her house, her apartment. And she said, "Why don't you go ahead and stop at McDonald's?" She wanted to get some food. And what just transpired was just blew my mind. And her daughter was sitting behind me, and I pulled up to the drive-through window where she could make the order. And she was kind of, I guess, embarrassed or nervous or just didn't communicate very well. And this mother unleashed on her daughter, like just bombarded her, embarrassed her. I can't believe you can't communicate. I believe you can't even make an order at McDonald's. That is so foolish of you. Then she went in this tangent about what happened in Walmart where somebody cut him off and said you should have stood up for yourself and said excuse me. And I mean, it wasn't the way what she had to say was somewhat valid, but it was just the way that she communicated. Yes, I believe that someone should learn how to communicate. Yes, I believe someone should learn how to make an order at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe someone should say, hey, if somebody cuts you off, say, excuse me, learn how to stand up for yourself, learn how to make an order, learn how to be respectful. And I think that's very commendable.
Right.
But it was just a way that this mom communicated this to her daughter. I mean, it was just like, man, it just gave her a huge, just put her down big time. And I think as parents, sometimes one of the things that we need to focus on is that when we do have those times that we need to get onto our kids, learning how to effectively communicate with them and what we're trying to get across to them. Because I remember those times that I got in trouble as a kid, and guess what I did? I just tuned it out.
Yeah.
I just tuned it out, and I know that this little girl tuned it out. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty certain of it.
I don't think she learned anything from it. For one, when teaching is involved, there needs to be a part of lifting up.
Yes.
And not tearing down. We're not here to tear down our children's character, but we're here to equip them and build them up, in the admonition of the Lord and training them. And how we communicate to them is how they're learning how to communicate it to others, how they're learning how to respond to a stressful situation or frustration. So.
Well, let me ask you this: do you have your moments?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, we have a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And she's sassy sometimes.
Like her mama.
Yeah, and she does things sometimes that we're like, I can't believe you just did that.
Right.
But I think, one of the things that we are trying our best to do is to really process things. And we do have our moments. We're not perfect, but one thing we are learning is trying to teach our kids how to communicate, how to get them to do in so many ways what we would like for them to do.
Right. And I do have the Holy Spirit saying, Rebecca. Really?
And that Holy Spirit sometimes, is me. Because I'll tell Rebecca, I say, Rebecca.
Breathe.
And she'll know. And sometimes she'll give me the look. And I know that I need to change my tune and I really make sure that I'm communicating what I want to communicate.
Right.
So I want to encourage you guys, listen, let's be real, we have our moments. But I think sometimes we need to take the time to process things
Yeah.
and say, hey, how can I effectively communicate exactly what I want from my kid? And how can I effectively train them in the way they need to be trained?
Yeah.
And instead of making it a demeaning moment for this young girl, she could have used it as an uplifting moment. Say, hey, baby, you really need to learn how to communicate.
In a teachable moment.
In a teachable moment.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you, use those teachable moments for what they can be. And that way they could hear you as you want to be heard and do it in a loving way.
If these messages and these videos and tips are helpful to you and you really appreciate them, would you please help us grow our community by liking this video, sharing it with someone, share it. Thank you so much for helping us to grow this community and helping each other, because we are better together and helping each other grow.
Well, have a great day.